In this video, we're going to talk about how to decipher who should be in your life, who you should respond to, and how to decipher who you should probably be like, yeah, no. That's what it's all about. And to not respond to everyone that is attracted to you, because there's a lot of danger in that too. But before we get into all of that, hey friend, welcome to my channel, Queen Olu Mental Gems. This channel is dedicated to leveling up in all areas of your life. So let us learn together, read together, but most importantly, grow together. Now, without further ado, let's get into this video. Let me give you guys an example to be attractive, and not just in a physical sense, but spiritually, mentally, physically. Hey, if you just want to know how, go watch that video, which I will link in the comment sections for you guys and in the end card. And people are almost obsessed with your energy and want more of you and want to be your friend, want to be in your close vicinity. And once you have that, you have to be careful, because when you are attractive, not just when I say that, understand, I'm not being like cocky and arrogant. I'm not talking about physically. I'm saying you will attract good and bad people. You will attract some terrible evil, just like you will attract some very positive people. Because a lot of people with dark energy are very attractive to light. They're attracted to light. Their darkness is attracted to light. Just like you see a lot of gorgeous, nice, soft-spoken women attract a lot of abusers. A lot of time too, they're light, they're people pleasing, not wanting to, attracts that kind of negativity. And you have to be very assertive in knowing that, hey, let me be careful now. Okay. I can't just let everyone in my garden. Okay. Because if I let everyone in my garden, you let some grasshoppers in there, they might just eat up all your vegetation. And you don't want that. You don't want that. You just want to attract the right bees, the right butterflies that's going to pollinate your garden and help it to grow more. You don't want to attract pests and weeds. Okay. Let's say with a guy, there's a lot of people that may want to reach out, that want to talk to you. I mean, you're beautiful, you're bad, you're doing your thing. Okay. Ladies, especially you might have like 30, 40 people in your DMs wanting to go out, wanting to talk to you. And it can be very overwhelming. And sometimes if you're a people pleaser, which I did a video on people pleasing because this is an ex-people pleaser here. Okay, I feel I am delivered. It's still a work in progress, but check that video out also. But if you have like a lot of people in your DMs and you're trying to decipher like who to talk to, etc. And then there might be one that is very sweet, has a sweet personality and stuff like that, but maybe you're not physically attracted to him. And that's okay. Because I believe if I'm going to marry someone, I have to be physically attracted to you. And if I'm going to date, especially in this stage in life, it's for marriage, right? And you might be in that place, male or female. You might be in that place where you're like, I want to be physically attracted to the person that I'm going to date. That doesn't mean the person needs to be the most beautiful woman or the most gorgeous, whatever, or the finest man or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying, but attracted to you. Okay, because someone cannot be appealing or attractive to others, but to you. Are you attracted with this person? Do they cross off at least a couple of your boxes? And I'm talking about physically. Do you feel safe in their presence? Do you feel warm in their presence? Is that a face that you feel like over time, I'm not going to be annoyed with and be like, I'm just not attracted? Don't just be giving people a chance out of sympathy. The worst thing you can do is to date and talk to someone because you feel sorry for them. I'm keeping it real with you guys in these videos because a lot of you guys watching them gave a guy a chance out of sympathy, and that's the guy that broke your heart the most. That's the guy you're annoyed with right now. Like, what did I see in him? You've ever broken up with someone and now you're looking back and you're like, what was I going through? You gave that man a chance for what? Sympathy. Women do it the most. Men do it too. I know a couple of people that even went as far as married people that they just had sympathy for and struggling right now. Okay? Terrible. But you don't want to be in those positions. I was having a conversation with God, and God just told me straight up, like straight up made it clear. Because a couple of people will hit me up and there'd be some that I'm like, dang, like, let me just respond to this person. They're so polite. They're so this. I don't want to. God is like, listen, you got to be okay with hurting some feelings. What, everyone who's nice and polite to you just going to respond to? So if it's 60 of them, you're going to respond to all 60? And you're just going to be out here talking to 60 people because you're scared of feelings? Girl, get a grip. Check me real quick, okay? And that is the reality of it. Like, you cannot just keep responding to everyone. Where does your heart, do you pray about it? First of all, y'all know I'm an advocate of prayer. Do you pray about the people you are about to date? Like, Lord, because I am a romantic, a lover at heart. I love love, and I love to overthink things. How do I say this? Like when you're attracted to someone, you start to envision your life with them already, and you start to go far. And the Lord be reeling me in, like, Corinne, you're doing it again. You think it too far. You already see it too much with this person. Slow down, pop down, take your time. Take your time, sis. Let's chill, you know? But when we do that, we over fantasize our lives with the person already. It's harder and more difficult for us to see red flags and to manage things in a way where we're not moving out of this childish bubblegum mentality that a lot of women and even men, romantic men, have, that they're moving based on fantasy. Like you created this person's personality already in your head, that when they're showing you their real personality, you're making excuses for them because now it's conflicting with the personality you already created in your head. And it makes you even less attracted to that person. It gives off desperate energy. You don't want to create an image for anyone in your head that is not there, okay? So that's what I mean. Pray about the people you're dating or the people that are interested in you. And God always answers when you want to move on God's timing. And when he speaks, don't make excuses. God will give you a clear sign, even if it's a quote from Instagram or this video you watching. That's your sign. Don't talk to him, sis. Don't talk to her. Okay, she's not it for you. And y'all will still ignore that and go do what you want to do because you're lonely. Listen, reel it in. Okay, don't do that. When God shows you it's not that person, maybe you're not as energetic to respond to them when they text you or call or whatever. You're just on the fence. If you're on the fence, let it go. Let it go. Let it go, because your heart should be attracted. It's okay to be attracted to the person that you're dating, right? Some people are just such lovers. It is possible that you can be attracted to more than one person. You can think more than one person is fine or whatever. Like, let's be realistic. We're not blind. We have eyes. There could be a couple people that you're like, oh, he cute, he cute, he cute. Okay, there's 3 people you think is equally as attractive. Now they check out those boxes. You focus on those 3, and you do all of this privately. Because look at all the hate that Lori Harvey and stuff is getting, and a lot of women that want to date and explore, and even men, if you will explore, because we're in an age where women are like, you had too many girlfriends, I don't want you. It's no longer just women have to watch who they date and how many people they sleep with. I look at that. I'm not gonna lie. If I know you've been out in these streets, I'm not interested. I'm not on these problems. You feels me? So if you're gonna date, date in privately and make sure, I'm an advocate for celibacy and stuff like that, holding yourself together, because intimacy and sex blinds you. That's the reality a lot of people don't want to listen to. And I did a video on soul ties and how sex blinds you in relationships, and it keeps you in relationships longer than you need to be. Check out that soul ties. I did it from a scientific standpoint, not even a Christian standpoint. So y'all wouldn't even be like, but real scientific study with all the sources in the description. Go check out that video on just soul ties for women, especially. It's dangerous, but keep your cookie in the cookie jar, because it's going to blind you too. Okay, somebody that you probably would have never given the time of day, and he laid some pipe on you. If I'm PG-13 for YouTube, okay? And then now this same person you wouldn't even given all this energy to, you're giving the energy to, because you already now done connected a soul tie. And now it's difficult for you to leave this bum alone because you already done connected with them through a soul tie. Sex is very dangerous, and you have to be very careful with that, okay? If you're in the dating stage, I do not recommend 0 stars. No. Keep it in as you're getting to learn this person, because you're less blinded and you're able to see clearly. Don't move in with them. Don't go and shack up, because that makes you blind too. A lot of stuff that when you start giving wifey privileges or hubby privileges to someone you're not even engaged to, it blinds you, and it keeps you in relationships longer than you need to be. And when you need to make an exit, you see a red flag, it's harder because you've already connected way too much and given your whole. And now you're just like, how am I going to get out of this? And you don't know how to get out of this because you're fully invested. And you need to be able to walk away when you have to walk away, and never stay in a situation long after your time with them, their season is over. Okay? Weeding out people that are just attracted to you in that sense is, okay, now let me see where your mind is. The number one thing that I want you guys to be mindful of when you're dating is spirituality. If you're an atheist, you have no business dating a devout Christian girl. vice versa. And people may hate me for that. That's something I have learned in seeing other people's marriages, okay? And just experience. Experience is my biggest teacher, and I don't have to go through it to be experienced in it. Can we say amen for that? Because I am a learner from other people's experience. I'm the type, I don't need to burn my hands to know not to touch the stove. I see how you burned your hands, and I don't want that for me. I don't have to be a dope fiend to know not to touch dope. I see what it does to you. You feels me? So one thing that I'll say is that people that marry when they're not equally yoked spiritually, there's a lot of confusion in the home, especially once they start to have children. Hey, I want to go to this church. If you're, say, you're Catholic and you're dating an Adventist, and it's like, hey, we go to church on Saturdays, Sabbath, whatever. And this person's like, nope, we go to church on Sundays. And there's this conflict in the home of how you're going to rear the children, what school you want them to go through, etc. So consider that to weed out, okay, who to talk to in terms of the dating, how to weed that out. Next thing is the financials. Financially, you want to be equally yoked. You want to be equally yoked educationally, okay? And that can be hurtful, but like I said, I'm keeping it real. Whoever's upset about it, be upset about it. Yes, you can give people chances if you want to. Take that risk with your own life. But I will not tell you to take that risk. I, Kareen Allude, will not tell you to take that risk, okay? To where you're giving people chances that are not equally yoked with you. And it's not just with women. I say this to men too. You know, I have brothers and stuff. Like when you're dating a woman, if you're college educated, you got your doctorates, you went as far as to get your doctorate, you got a great job, you know, you're taking care of yourself. And you're with this girl who's like 28, 29, have no ambition, nothing going on for herself, no college degree, anything like that. You guys are not equally yoked. You're not equally yoked. What conversations, you know? You're not on the same plane. They're not going to understand your ambition. If by chance you're working hard at home and you're grinding and she just wants to go out all the time and wants super attention. I know marriages like that. This is from experience. There's marriages where the woman doesn't have the same drive or ambition as the man, is not equally yoked, and they're annoyed that their husbands is always working. A lot of women want high value, wealthy men, but there's a lot that comes with that, sis. There's going to be some nights he is working. He's not even stepping out on you. He's really working, grinding. And even if he's in the home, he's downstairs in the office on them papers, just, you know, and you out here tripping, like, I just want love and attention. She's not there with you. But when the woman has her own ambition, her own goals, things that, you know, y'all equally yoked there, it's easier to have that kind of relationship where they can understand your hustle, understand your grind. And in my dating life, I noticed that I'm a very busy woman. I was in school full time. I was doing YouTube. I was still working my corporate job at that time in the beginning. I was very, very busy. And it was very difficult for me to date someone that wasn't busy either, because they were oh, you didn't call right. But then when I would date someone who's about their life, who's getting their stuff together too, is ambitious and stuff, we just worked out so well. And it'll be like, okay, we schedule out our time when we're going to hang out, when we're going to talk, and we understood the hustle. It's just easier to understand. That's why I say that. Not even that, just some real advice that your grandmamas used to tell you back then, okay? You have to have your own two ladies. And we are in an age, we're not in the 80s. We're not in the 1940s anymore. Okay, women, we're not. Yeah, you can be a housewife and do those things, but even housewives, wealthy, listen, the wealthiest men I know, the wealthiest housewives I know still have side hustles. They be at home, waking up whenever, they still have their little side hustles, money put aside, okay? Because you never know. You never know. They're not, they have their little boutiques. They have their storefronts. They're doing something. They're investing. They have stocks. They have stuff. Even if they're home all day, they're not slaving like the average woman. They still have something going on for themselves. That when a divorce happens, yeah, they're not just relying on alimony to get by. Okay, that's true tea. So you weed that out, okay? If y'all not equally yoked in this section, okay, I'm not talking to this person or responding. Ask questions and leave your options open. When you attract so much, so many beautiful people, gorgeous people, you have a lot of options and you want to leave your options open, okay? But Do the vetting process. Don't neglect that. And that's how you start to weed people out. And of course, watch how they take care of themselves physically. Watch how they talk to people. Watch how happy they seem to. You don't want to be with someone who's depressed all the time because energy is contagious. Energy is contagious. And who's to say when you get married, it won't get worse? They won't have a midlife crisis if they were depressed all through their youth. When you get married, they're more prone to have midlife crisis and bring that depression home and affect you, affect your children, etc. You want to be with someone who's already healed. If I did all this work to heal myself, I went through therapy, I made myself lighter, I'm not trying to double back and go back to that energy with who I'm dating. Do you feel me? So you want to make sure you're healed too, because you can't require from others what you don't have. Be realistic when you are talking to people. I had a friend. I said I had to give her some tough love. She wanted to, coming up or whatever. I mentor people a lot. And she wanted to be around. She's like, oh, I want friends that are so wealthy that if I'm going to this country, I want to sleep at your ranch. I want to borrow your car. Can I borrow your private jet? Because rich people borrow from each other. Not like if you're in a group, one has a yacht, another one has a private jet. Sometimes the one with the private jet will be like, hey, can I borrow your yacht this weekend? Hey, sure. But I'll borrow your jet on this weekend. Okay. Give and take. That's how wealthy people do it a lot. You want to be in those circles, but what do you have to offer them? When they let you borrow their yacht, do you have a jet to let them borrow? If they came to your city, do you have a home big enough for them to sleep at? What can you in return give them or have asset? Unfortunately, that's what it's like in those circles, right? So that's what I mean by relationships. You want a healed man, a spiritual man of God. You want a wealthy man. You want a well-groomed man. And you look like a slob 10 out of 10 times in the house. You notice if a man cares enough about himself to go to the gym every day, groom himself, cut his hair, like make sure his clothes is well put together, you know he's not going to be okay with you looking crazy in the house all the time, right? If he's looking good in the house. You know you're going to have to shake that laziness and actually have to do your skincare, smell good, do your hygiene, have cute little clothes, house clothes, loungewear in your home, etc. You know you're going to have to put effort into that too. If you want an educated man, you can't be not educated because he's going to have educated conversations. How are you going to respond if you're not educated? You don't read not one book, but you want an intellectual. That's me keeping it real with you. You never pray, but you want a man of God. When's the last time you opened the Bible and read? But you want a man of God, okay? You want you want to have a big house one day in your life, but you're not trying to grow your funds at all to have it. You just expect someone to come at their best to speak to you when you're not at your best, okay? But that was a side note that I went through. That's just some tough love. And I had to tell sis, you got to put your weight up. If you want those type of friends, you got to be ready to be able to provide the same services that they're providing to you. No one likes a leech. That's the tough love. Get to work. If that's what you want, get to work, okay? And when it comes to friends and learning how to not respond to just everybody that wants to be your friends, a lot of people will want to be your friend if you have that attractive. I get messages, texts, etc. Let's hang out and this and that. And it's overwhelming. And I'm a very busy person. I barely can hang out with the friends I already got right now. So whenever I get like new friends that want to hang out, I have to be very careful about your energy to be like, okay, let me, do that. And you watch for a couple things like spiritually, will I align with this person, or are they going to be the type of friend that make me get off track and go back to my old ways? If I'm a homebody, I'm a worker, I prioritize peace and healing and stuff like that, and you are at the club all the time, or you're living in a toxic way, like you in and out of relationships all the time, toxic way. I mean, you can date, but you're publicly feuding with people all the time, doing stuff like, what business do we have together as friends? Automatically, I can't care to please you and respond to you. Not every friend you have that's reaching out, or every person that's reaching out to be a friend, you're supposed to respond back to. Leave people on red, hurt some feelings, because they're going to bring you back. The enemy, once he sees you flourishing like that, will bring people in your life to bring you back, to bring you back. We have nothing in common. Two cannot walk together unless they agree. Do you feel what I'm saying? We have to agree in something. We have to be on the same mental plane. We have to connect in that way. You have to be on your level up, because when I'm working and I'm grinding, if you're not working and grinding, all you're gonna want to do is go out. Let's do this, let's do that. And I'm gonna be like, sis, I can't do that all the time. I have a goal, I have a vision. But you know, when you hang around with people that have goals and vision too, on y'all free time, when y'all do hang out, y'all have so much to talk about. Y'all cherish those hang out more. Like when I go out to eat with my bestie, we are having a blast because we know we really took the time to schedule this. We know how busy we are. We're enjoying the moment. You know what I mean? But if you're doing it all the time, you're not really getting anything done. You got to be careful with that too once you start to attract friends like that. And some friends will come in sheep's clothing, just like men. They'll give you the perfect image. That's why I say pray over people. Pray over friends. Yeah, pray over your man, your woman. You pray over your jobs. You pray over everything except for your friends. And friends can destroy you. They can destroy your life, take everything from you, your peace, your security, etc. They can backstab you, destroy your self-esteem, right? And nobody prays over the friends that they have or bring into their lives. Pray over your friends. If you're a person that struggle with envy and jealousy and stuff like that, but you have a friend who's very materialistic and that flaunts stuff all the time, listen, you're not there yet, mature-wise, to have people like that around you if you struggle with this, okay? If they flaunt everything all the time and maybe you're not there yet and they're this and that, step back. Step back. Be honest with yourself because these are natural emotions that people have that the Lord can bring out of you that you work with. But a lot of people are not honest with themselves. You have materialistic friends too when you have terrible money management issues. But you have friends that want to shop all the time, want to go to the mall all the time, want to spend money all the time. Maybe they could do that. They don't care about it. Maybe they have trust fund people, whatever. They could do that, but I can't. Okay. Maybe we're not compatible and you're sweet, you're nice. We have to find things that we can do where we align, where we're not just doing these things that's making me go broke all the time. I don't have it. If you're not about that life, cut it out. And even family that you've never spoken to will be attracted to you on your healing journey as you follow those steps that I said in my previous video. They'll want to reach out. They'll want to reconnect. They know their lives because they're your family. You know they live in how they're not supposed to live, whether they're on substances, they're doing some crazy stuff, illegal stuff, whatever. And you're just like, we're not mentally in the same place. And there's some family that just is family. You don't choose your family. They be in some mess. But you know what's crazy is for you to know they're in the mess and then you support that and you still let them come into your environment. You have to be tough enough to be like, hey, I'm not in this mess. I live a peaceful life. We're going to have to not and be able to walk away from certain family that want to do some crazy stuff too. Like disown it. Like thing that's going to take your peace away. Don't respond to it. There's a quote in a video I saw. I don't remember where I got it from, but it was a young lady that was speaking. It was so deep. She said, as children, we don't choose who our parents are. We seldom choose our environments, the school we go to, etc. Whoever's in our close proximity, that is what we get. But as adults, we have more freedom to choose who's going to be around us, what we let be around us, and the people we let be around us. And yet you still get up and choose the toxic people, the toxic environments. Now you have a choice as an adult of who you're going to have around you, where you're going to go, who you're going to be around. And you're still choosing the toxic? Whoa, that smacked me in the face. And I was like, yeah, no, I have a choice now. I have a choice. I don't care if you're family. I don't care how long we've been friends. I don't care how long we dated. You're toxic. And I have a choice to not indulge. And that just makes you flourish more, makes you more attractive and not overstay in places that you're not supposed to be at. Like the Lord told me, you got to be okay with hurting feelings. That's all part of the letting go of people pleasing. Yeah, the person could be hurt you didn't respond. The person could be hurt that you just, I wouldn't say ghosted, but you're just not interested or whatever. But that's fine. That's fine. You're not there. You're not there. Save yourself that. People will have to be hurt. You can't baby everyone's feelings. Because if that's the case, say you have 30 men talking to you, you can't date all 30 men. Somebody's going to have to be hurt. You're going to have to choose one, right? Right? Just like for you guys, some guys know morals. If they have 30 women reaching out to them, they're going to talk to all 30. But you can't. That's how you end up with diseases. That's how you end up miserable. And in the South right now, diseases are on a rampant rise that is crazy. You have to choose one. You can't have 10 wives. You have to choose one. So a couple feelings will have to get hurt, and that's okay. That's okay. That's where you're on your journey. Do the process of elimination with people in your life to know who needs to be there. But you can't respond to everyone. There's only one you. You can't entertain the world. And you have to limit your access. And it's not that you're cocky, you're arrogant, you're this. No, you're protecting your peace because you are your best self. Like you are all you got aside from God. And what's my favorite verse? It goes, whom have I on earth or in heaven but you, God? Like that's it. That's my ally, is God and myself. No one's gonna care for me more than God and more than me myself. Okay? That's the case. I will consult him for everything in my life because I know he got my back. Okay? And I have to protect me, protect my spirit, regardless of how it makes you feel. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to kill me because I wanted to people please. You're not going to bring up my stress levels, right? Right? I love you guys so much. If you're right until the end, leave a black heart in the comments. If I'm wearing black, I don't know. Leave a black heart in the comments just so I know you watch until the end. And comment below what other videos you guys would like from me. I love you guys so much. Until next time.